Russia has officially recognized the Taliban as Afghanistan's government, a seismic shift in global diplomacy. The July 2025 announcement ends years of ambiguity since the Taliban's 2021 return. Moscow's move is calculated, reflecting years of engagement with the Taliban, even while labeling them a terrorist group at home. This recognition signals pragmatic acceptance of Kabul's reality and forces the world to reconsider its stance. The Russian Foreign Ministry's statement praised the Taliban's efforts to stabilize Afghanistan and combat ISIS-Khorasan. Full diplomatic relations will be established, with ambassadors exchanged soon. Unlike other regional powers' cautious engagement, Russia's move grants the Taliban the legitimacy they've long sought. This breaks from the Western consensus, which has withheld recognition over human rights and counterterrorism concerns. Russia is prioritizing its own security and economic interests, seeing a stable Afghanistan as preferable to chaos. The decision is less about endorsing Taliban ideology and more about Russia's strategic needs. For Afghans, it could mean some economic relief, but also dashes hopes for a more inclusive society. For the world, it challenges the effectiveness of sanctions and isolation. Russia's move forces every major power to re-evaluate its strategy. It has altered the geopolitical landscape of Central and South Asia. The stage is set for a new chapter in Afghanistan's troubled history. The world must now adapt to this new reality. Security is Russia's main motivation. Moscow sees Central Asia as its strategic backyard, fearing radical groups like ISIS-Khorasan could spill over from Afghanistan. The Kremlin believes the Taliban is the only force capable of containing this threat. By recognizing the Taliban, Russia hopes to empower them as a bulwark against terrorism. Economic interests are also at play. Afghanistan's vast mineral wealth is a tempting prize for Russian companies. Recognition opens doors for legal investments and infrastructure projects, vital for a Russia under Western sanctions. Geopolitically, this is a classic Russian power play, challenging U.S. influence and positioning Moscow as Afghanistan's key external partner. The move strengthens Russia's alliances with regional powers skeptical of the West. It signals Russia's intent to dominate the great game in Central Asia. The Taliban's staying power is now undeniable. Isolating them risks more instability. For Moscow, engagement is a logical step to manage Afghanistan's reality. Russia bets that influence and security come from engagement, not isolation. The stakes for the region, and the world, are high. For the Taliban, Russian recognition is a diplomatic breakthrough. It shatters their international isolation and grants the legitimacy they crave. This status strengthens their authority at home and abroad. Russian support could bring economic aid, technical expertise, and even military cooperation. Banking channels and investment may follow, offering a lifeline to Afghanistan's battered economy. For Russia, the payoff is strategic, a foothold in a pivotal country, sidelining the US and Europe. Moscow can now shape Afghanistan's future, ensuring trade and security align with Russian interests. This alliance challenges the US-led world order and appeals to other powers wary of Western dominance. Russia's move is about more than Afghanistan. It's a global chess move to promote a multipolar world. Both sides stand to gain, but the consequences will ripple far beyond Kabul. Russia's decision will ripple across the region. China, sharing security and economic interests, may soon follow suit, using Russia's move as diplomatic cover. Central Asian neighbors reliant on Russia for security are likely to deepen ties with the Taliban. Pakistan welcomes Russia's involvement but worries about losing influence. India sees a strategic setback, fearing a more hostile Afghanistan. The West will condemn Russia's move, sticking to demands for human rights and inclusive governance. Yet, as the Taliban gains legitimacy, Western leverage weakens. Russia's action may force a reluctant reassessment in Western capitals. The global diplomatic map is shifting fast. Russia's recognition comes at a steep human cost. The Taliban's regime has erased women's rights, barred girls from education, and silenced dissent. Russia's move signals that human rights abuses are no barrier to international acceptance. Hardliners within the Taliban are emboldened, with little incentive to moderate. Press freedom is gone, minorities face persecution. Russia's recognition provides external approval for repression. Human rights groups warn this sets a dangerous precedent for authoritarian regimes worldwide. Conditioning diplomacy on human rights is undermined. Afghan activists feel betrayed and more isolated than ever. The price of geopolitical strategy is paid by millions of Afghans. Russia's recognition puts Afghanistan at a crossroads with global consequences. Other non-Western powers may follow, creating a new bloc and integrating Afghanistan into a Moscow-Beijing-led order. Alternatively, the West may double down on isolation, deepening global divides and complicating humanitarian efforts. Afghanistan's economy may see some revival, but without Western recognition, true recovery is unlikely. The Afghan people remain caught between rival powers. Russia's gamble redraws Asia's diplomatic map and challenges the post-Cold War order. The world now waits to see if this move brings stability or entrenches oppression. The future of Afghanistan and global politics hangs in the balance.